What is going on, guys? Welcome to the most recent installment of my Slayer Pure series. I have gotten a lot done over the past week, and I am very eager to show you guys what I have gotten done. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you tap that subscribe button for me for new content every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. If you need the Discord link, it is in the description below. If you want to submit some awesome screenshots of drops or PKs or any cool pets, send it to the Instagram. Or you can post it on the Discord as well. I will post up all the good ones that make the cut. So if you got something good to share, let me know. Alright, so when I got started this week, I started out with the Lost City quest. Lost City quest is pretty much the first quest that any new player is like really eager to do, because that is your first dragon weapon that you can use. With the Lost City, you get access to the Dragon Longsword and the Dragon Dagger. And I remember way back when, like 15 years ago, when I did the Lost City quest and got my very first Dragon Longsword. I was like back in the Stone Age, which I actually got 99 attack, strength, and defense on my first account ever with a Dragon Longsword. And let me tell you what, it sucked. But if I could go back and do it all again, that would be awesome. So after I got the Lost City quest out of the way, I went ahead and did Horror from the Deep. And if you don't know, Horror from the Deep gives you access to a bunch of different god books that all have different benefits. And this quest it's pretty much a Pure's best friend, because you have the Unholy Book, which is the Book of Zamrock, which gives plus 8 to all attack styles once it is full. With all 4 of the pages, you have the Book of War that gives strength. Book of Law, which is Armadillo, that gives range bonus. Gothics gives magic, defense, etc, etc, etc. If you need to know anything about them, you can look up on the wiki, but it is a very good quest for any Pure to do, and you want to get it out of the way as soon as you possibly can, because they also give very good prayer bonuses for not having any requirements to wield. And for the big quests, last but not least, I did finish Monkey Madness 1 this week, and I now have access to the Dragon Scimitar. So with the Monkey Madness quest, there is something that you're going to want to avoid. At the end of the quest, in order for any account to return to a Patol, you have to talk to the little gnome Darrow, and he will give you some training. If you are a Pure at the end of the quest, once you finish it, you get the little icon that pops up, says, "Oh, congratulations, quest completed." You do not want to go talk to Darrow. If you do this, you will get 20,000 defense XP, and it will wreck your account. So if you're starting a Pure and you didn't know that, you cannot return to Apatol without talking to Darrow. But if you do talk to Darrow, you will be rewarded with 20,000 defense XP as some of his training, and your account is screwed up, and then you got to start all over. So make sure that you don't talk to Darrow at the end of the quest. But in typical me fashion, as soon as I finished the Monkey Madness quest, I jumped right into Slayer, because there is a quest that you need to do as a Pure, which is Animal Magnetism, which gives you access to Ava's devices that collect your arrows and your knives and other crap you throw and shoot. And that quest requires level 18 Slayer, so I had to jump on the Slayer train and get up to level 18. And I think actually my first task was like ghouls or something, and I ended up getting level 19 or 20 Slayer from that first task, so I was good to go after that. So after I got that Slayer requirement, I went ahead and got Animal Magnetism out of the way, because I'm not quite at the bank yet where I can buy tons of prayer potions and pray melee on every single task, so I need to get my range up anyways. So I figured, I'll just range a bunch of tasks, but I need that Ava's device to get my stuff back, so I'm just not blowing tons and tons of money on ammunition. But it's a good way to get my ranged up, make some money just safe spotting some stuff, and then eventually have enough money as to where I can protect from melee, range, magic, whatever I need to on every single task. Alright, so the next thing I want to walk through and talk to you guys about is a sort of Slayer roadmap. And I made a little graphic for this to make it a little easier to explain. So my Slayer roadmap has 8 things on it that I think are absolutely necessary for anybody starting out Slayer, and especially this Pure account, because with the Pure account it's going to be a lot tougher than a main, and I think doing this in this order is really going to benefit the account and make it as easy as possible. So the first thing I want to achieve is the Black Mask for the 15% attack and strength. So the Black Mask is currently over 1,000,000 GP, and it's went up in price quite significantly over the past couple of months. They used to be hanging around down 400, 500K, but they have shot up recently and they're quite expensive. So I'm going to need to save for that for a bit before I actually get my hands on it. So after I do get the black mask, I'm going to need to get level 55 crafting in order to create the Slayer helmet. Now the Slayer helmet is an unlock from a Slayer Master, which will cost me 400 points, so I'm not going to be canceling any tasks. I won't say any tasks, but I want to do as many as I possibly can without canceling something. If I cancel a task, it'll be something that I absolutely cannot do, that I have to cancel to keep moving forward. But after the first 400 points and 55 crafting, I will have the Slayer helm. So next, I think, not just for a pure, but even for a main too, the herb sack is incredibly important. Most of the time with this account, my inventory is going to be full of prayer potions or food depending on the task. If I can do a task without praying because of the low defense, but I'll still want to have the herb sack because the herb sack can hold up to 30 grimy herbs of every single type. So that's going to save a lot of inventory space that I could use for prayer potions or food. It's going to make things a lot easier, and it's definitely going to help me make more money to keep this account going. After the herb sack, I want to move on to the fire cape. Fire cape is pretty much best in slot for any pure because, let's face it, none of us are wooks and not many people are really going to be able to do that infernal cape on a pure account. So the fire cape is going to be best in slot for me personally for the cape position. And I think that's going to be really important because of the defense bonuses, the attack bonuses, strength, and prayer bonus that it gives. After the fire cape, I'm going to move on to level 75 crafting in order to make the Slayer ring. Now, with this account, I won't have access to all the teleports and everything that any main could have. So being able to teleport to all of the Slayer locations is going to be really important, especially the cave and the tower. And last, I think bigger and badder is pretty important because it's going to give me a chance at the imbued heart, which could really benefit mage training on this account, and also the eternal gem, which can give me a Slayer ring with unlimited teleports. Now there's some other stuff on here too without that should be on here that's not, because it's going to be something that's going to be down the road, which is going to be the imbued Slayer helmet. I am going to do a lot of quests on this account, as I said before, but it's going to take a while, so the imbued Slayer helmet is going to come way later. So I hope the graphic made it a little bit easier for you guys to understand. I think following that roadmap is really going to help this account move along as fast as it possibly can, because I don't want to spend years or over a year trying to get 99 Slayer on this account when I know I can do it without a cannon in maybe 6 to 7 months. So I'm going to follow this map. I think it's going to help out immensely, and if you're starting a new account or if you're new to Slayer, you should follow it too, because it is a good path to take. You can decide what tasks you want to extend and what you want to unlock down the road after you're a little more comfortable. But I want to move on and talk about the poll that I had last week, which I polled getting certain defense level on this account. Now you guys are the viewers, so I left it up to you. The poll choices were 10 defense, which is what I originally planned on, 13 defense with the completion of Nature Spirit, or 20 defense so I can use Initiate Armor, Adamant Gloves, and a Mithril Defender. So 20 defense won in an absolute landslide. It crushed both of the other choices, so I did end up getting 20 defense. I've already gotten that done and out of the way. I'm using the Initiate, and I actually am glad that 20 defense was picked. It's only going to increase my combat level by 2, so I'll go from being 99 Slayer with 84 combat to 99 Slayer with 86 combat, which I don't think is a bad trade-off. That's still a pretty good achievement once you get there. A level 86 walking around with a 99 Slayer cape. Alright, so that is going to wrap up the progress that I've made on this account with questing and some other things and the Slayer roadmap. So I want to move on now to show you guys the progress that I've made with my levels this week. So last week I was still level 1 defense. Obviously the level 20 defense poll just crushed it, and now I'm sitting at level 20 defense. My strength level is up to level 50. I've gotten a few range levels up to 42. I can wear green dragon hide now, and I finished altering the bones, which only took me about 10 minutes, and I'm now 43 prayer, so I shouldn't have a problem doing any tasks. I can use overheads, protect from magic, missiles, and melee. Other stats that I've gotten here and there just from questing, I've gotten some fletching levels, some crafting levels, thieving, and some other miscellaneous levels, but that's all skilling, and let's face it, nobody really cares about that with this account. But I will say this, I never ever thought in a million years that agility would be my highest non-combat related skill, because running around with no energy absolutely sucks. So I actually did take some time to sit at Canifis this week and get some agility levels. I am up to level 48, and my goal is to get whatever agility level pretty soon that I'll get from getting all the marks of grace for full graceful, because I am going to be doing a lot of questing on this account, and not every quest requires you to kill anything. The full graceful will help me run around a lot without spending too much money on stamina potions, blah blah, all that. Alright, so now we can jump into what my bank is looking like after 3 weeks of this account. But don't let the 1.7 mil up at the top fool you. The marks of grace actually are calculated in there, and that's about 1 million GP in marks of grace based on how much the Amelie's packs cost. So that's not really a thing. So my bank is really sitting at about 700k. It's pretty much the same as it was last week. I've got a little bit of cash stack. I've started using monkfish because my HP is going up. Accumulating a little more runes here and there. As far as everything else, nothing's really changed. It's mostly just a bunch of junk, but it is what it is, and I'm hoping that pretty soon the bank value will start to jump up. But I'm really not sure what to expect as far as bank value with this, because I am going to be blowing a ton of money on prayer potions. Once I start to get the better tasks, I'm always going to have to be praying at every single task. So like I've said before, this account is receiving no help from my main account. I'm doing all of this from scratch, just making all the money. So it is going to be a struggle, but I think it's going to be fine, and I think I'm going to be able to get it done. But that is going to do it, guys. That is going to wrap up this 3rd episode of my Slayer Pure series. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. I'm super stoked to be still playing on this account because it's brand new and it's a challenge. It's something I've always wanted to do that I never really got around and had the time to do. But I'm having a ton of fun doing it, and I hope you guys are having a ton of fun watching it. If you didn't hear me before, make sure you tap that subscribe button on your way out. I really appreciate all the subscribes that you guys give me. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to suggest something maybe for the series, please leave them down below. I will try to respond and reply to every single one that I possibly can. But until next week, guys, I am done for this week. I will see you guys next week. Take it easy.